What is up? I am back with another video, racing at Brands Hatch, 5 lights, and away we go. Not my best reaction time, not horrible either. We get past quite a few cars headed down to turn 1. A very tricky corner, any car that you're in, because it's braking into a corner, downhill, it's very tricky to get right. Very easy to wash out wide and end up in the gravel trap. We go down the inside of the Huracan. Now we're going attempting to go down the inside of the Huracan Super Trofeo, because in this game, there's a difference between the GT3 and Super Trofeo Huracans. Very slight difference, but a difference nonetheless. Here we get the move done. Slight bit of oversteer, correct it, and it's fine. Now we're trying to draft off the BMW in front while covering off from the Huracan. We brake quite a bit later into this corner, mash the throttle, really get on it. We get a decent exit, but I decide not to send it into this corner, because here if you send it, you will either spin out, you will wash wide. It's not the best corner for overtaking. He brakes super early, I'm not expecting him to, and I crash into him here. But, not the big deal. I try to go down this inside, but since he's on the outside, he can get on the throttle earlier, and he powers through, and I'm still behind him. But now we have the Huracan behind us, getting closer and closer. I try to go for a move here, he gets on throttle earlier than I do again, and now the Huracan has the better exit, and I had to lift off. So now I'm kind of stuck in this Huracan BMW sandwich. I can't really send a move because he's on the inside, so I'm going to hold station for now. Huracan gets past. I think about doing it, but that would have ended in tears. So again, I hold station. Huracan gets past us both. Me and the BMW are still side by side coming into this very fast corner. I decide to hang 10 around the outside, mash the throttle, and I get her done. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, hunker down, try to match the pace of the Huracan in front, and eventually make a move. My exit wasn't the best in this corner, and he starts to pull away slightly, and that means it's going to be a bit harder for me to eventually, put a move on the Huracan. But now it's just time to become consistent. The AI, they're on hard mode, so, you know, pretty good AI. Back there I went off the track. It's very sloppy, and the Huracan's pulling away even more, which sucks for me because I'm trying to go for a podium. But now I'm thinking, okay, I made that mistake. Fourth is probably the best I'll be able to do, so hunker down, consistent pace for the last couple laps, and I'll be able to get a decent result here. So into turn 1, I tend to brake at the second board to the last one. It seems to be a pretty good spot to brake for the GT cars. And the Corvette, it's a very loose car, which normally I prefer understeer than oversteer in my cars, but the Corvette, I find that oversteer is very manageable, and I can be quite quick with the oversteer in this car. So like under braking, it's not dialed in, so when I brake, you can probably see it now, the wheel starts to shake, and I have to keep the car from spinning out under the brakes because it's not very stable. But the brakes do work very well, and I can really mash them down to make sure I get the car slowed down well. Now coming into this corner, it's very fun, very fast, but here the back end kicks out. I managed to save it, I managed to keep it on the track. Pretty good save, if I do say myself. I can't speak. If I do say so myself. I didn't lose too much time there, but now the Huracan is getting involved in a fight with people in the front. So I do have an opportunity to catch and maybe eventually pass him. So coming into the corner, into the final corner on the track, he really gets slowed up and his exit's compromised by the other guys. And I get a really good exit coming out of the final corner and heading into the first one. I don't know the corner names for Brands Hatch, so I apologize for, if that, affects the quality or anything. So I'll just refer to them as the corner numbers or just the corner. So I've caught up massively, fastest lap of the race in the Corvette, and I am just a few car lengths back. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can send a move during this lap to get into a podium position. So here I decide to brake early and then get on the throttle early as well to try to maximize my exit. Actually got a pretty good one, so now I'm in a strap and I'm thinking about a move down the inside. So I go inside, he defends a little bit, so I decide to pull out because again that would end in tears if I didn't. And here not good. I don't try to send a move because this is the place where you will run into the back of your opponent and it's not going to be a happy day for anybody involved. So I decided to brake early here, get him on the throttle super early, and I try to send one down the inside. Do I make it? Not quite, because again, he gets on the throttle earlier, and he powers onto the corner faster than me. But I do get a very good exit, so I'm able to pull out of the slipstream, and I'm making a move here, and it's super tight! Millimeters there! I get the move done, I finally get past them. I think we should look at that last lap from the outboard cameras. Roll the clip. So, coming into turn 1, this is where I obviously was thinking, okay, maybe I can now put a move on him. So I brake quite late here, and I want to be smooth, not make any errors to make sure that I don't spin the car out or do anything stupid that would make me lose time. So now I'm really close. And by the way, I want to apologize for the flame glitch. Sometimes the Assetto Corsa replays on certain cars, the flames will just spit out of the car, like, permanently. It sucks for replays, but it's not doing it for my car, so it is what it is. But here you can see more clearly his defense. Quite aggressive, but it did work. I decided not to send the move. Fair play to that AI. I'm saying that like it's a person, but it's not. Here, you can see I thought about it, but I decided not to send the move once again. And this is where I slow up, so you can see he pulls away. But now I mash the throttle and it gets super close. And I send it down the inside. So close to getting past him. And now I tuck in the slipstream, tuck in, hunker down, pull out, and now I send it on the brakes. Get on throttle. Ooh! That move was spicy! Millimeters, inches I'm talking, between banging doors. No contact whatsoever. Definitely one of my best overtakes I've ever done in sim racing. But now we come back to where I was, and I'm thinking about sending a move on the next guy in front, but I realize there's only one lap to go in this race, so my best bet is probably to, set a consistent pace and make sure that the Huracan does not pass me. So I want to be, nice and consistent here. So, into this corner, brake early, get on the throttle early. And for this Corvette, I find that if you want to maximize your exit, if you brake early, and you can, if you want to take a slight risk, you can mash the throttle, and if you can manage to oversteer properly, you can really nail down your exit. That's one thing I did with that Huracan overtake, or you've probably seen me do it early in this race, is I will mash down the throttle, so the back end will kick out, but you can manage it to where it's faster than going straight. That's why this is my favorite GT3 car to drive, because it's just really fun, managing to oversteer, understeer, the balance feels nice. I just need to get the brakes dialed with the setup a little bit better so it's not quite as shaky, and I can probably improve my performance a lot, but that's the end of this race. Short and sweet, yeah. So I guess thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about that move, and yeet into the wall, because the race is over. Who's gonna care? Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.